Prince Harry discussed the challenging relationship between siblings when he spoke to seriously ill youngsters at the 2025 WellChild Awards. Harry cracked jokes and delighted a young girl by challenging her to a balloon sword fight in a pre-ceremony reception with the prize winners and their families on Monday. The conversation turned to sibling rivalry while chatting to Declan Bitmead, 17, winner of the Inspirational Young Person 15 to 18 Years Award. Harry quizzed him about family life, asking if he had siblings. The teenager replied that he had a younger brother. "Does he drive you mad?" asked the Duke of Sussex. Declan replied, "No, we get on fine," and Harry quipped with a smile, "You know what, siblings." When told that the 17-year-old, from Oxted, in Surrey, and his brother went to the same school, the Duke said, "You're at the same school, that sometimes makes it more challenging." In Harry's memoir, Spare, he describes being shunned by his older brother, the Prince of Wales, when he first arrived at Eton. Recalling the incident in a promotional interview, the Duke said, "At the time, it hurt. I couldn't make sense of it." In a speech, Harry said attending the WellChild Awards was a highlight of my year as he marked the 20th anniversary of the prize in London. The event, held to celebrate and recognise children showing remarkable bravery and resilience despite their complex medical needs, as well as the professionals who go the extra mile to care for them, concluded Harry's first day back on home soil. He landed at Heathrow on Monday morning before travelling to Windsor to pay private respects at the final resting place of his grandmother, the late Queen Elizabeth, on the 3rd anniversary of her death. The Duke last visited the UK in May when he lost a long-running legal battle with the Home Office over his security arrangements. He is staying for 4 days to carry out a series of public engagements, as well as private meetings with the charities and patronages he remains affiliated with, despite no longer being a working royal. It is not known whether he will meet the King, who is currently in Balmoral, during his stay. Harry arrived at the Royal Lancaster Hotel, which overlooks Hyde Park and is less than 2 miles from Buckingham Palace, with a beaming smile as he marks his first official engagement of his 4-day stay in the UK. He spent about 6 hours at the WellChild event, as he met each of the winners and their families at a pre-ceremony reception before presenting one of the awards and delivering a speech. Harry, who has been patron of WellChild since 2007, hailed the courage and resilience of the seriously ill children and the extraordinary love of the families and carers who never stop showing up. Reminiscing about the first WellChild Awards he attended 18 years ago, the Duke said, "I walked into the room, and within about 3 minutes I realized 2 things. The love and energy in the room was palpable, so too was the unpredictability, and second, that I was completely hooked on it all. This night has been a highlight of my year ever since, and it's all because of you guys, these children, this cause, and our WellChild community." He commented on the real impact the charity has, noting that 311 children have been rewarded for their bravery since its inception and 53 WellChild nurses make an enormous difference to families. Concluding his speech, Harry said, "More than ever, WellChild's mission must be our shared priority. Tonight, I'd ask each of you to think about how you can play your part, whether through support, awareness, or action, to help advance this crucial work." During the ceremony, the Duke presented the award for Inspirational Child, aged 4 to 6, to Esme McGlinchey, 6, from Stoke-on-Trent, for her incredible bravery in the face of her medical challenges. Born 3 months premature, she has complex conditions and has had 35 surgeries on her brain, lungs and bowel. Her mum, Tony, describes her as an absolute warrior of a little girl who has shown immense strength despite her health challenges. Other awards went to Helen Tubey, a nurse from West Yorkshire, who was recognised for combining clinical excellence with genuine empathy in her role as a WellChild nurse, and 13-year-old Grace Tutt, from Kent, who was honoured for her extraordinary courage in rebuilding her life after a serious road accident. During the pre-ceremony reception, Harry spent time chatting with each of the winners and their families and even engaged in a play sword fight with balloons with 9-year-old Gwen Foster. The little girl, from Hawley, presented him with tiny football shirts of her favourite teams for his children, Wigan Athletic for Lilibet, aged 4, and a Brighton and Hove Albion top for 6-year-old Archie. He made Declan, who suffered permanent sight impairment and lost 96% of his skin after developing a rare and life-threatening reaction to a common tonsillitis treatment, smile by making light of his own appearance. After being told by the schoolboy he did not have much sight, the Duke said he was lucky not to see him as, "I'm bald and ginger, and worst of all I've got a ginger beard." You're thinking phew. When he chatted to Grace Tutt, 13, from Sevenoaks, who is wheelchair-bound after a bus crash, the special recognition winner turned the tables after his flurry of questions and asked the Duke for Netflix recommendations. Harry said he and his wife Meghan, who live in California after stepping down as working royals, watched political thriller Hostage together. He also enjoys the reality TV show Love is Blind. In an interview with a past WellChild winner who is hoping to break into television, Harry marked the 20th anniversary of the awards by saying, "I have always said for many years that I still have a child inside of me, and I think all of us do, and being amongst these kids brings that out of me. I think out of all of the qualities that these kids have, without question, their resilience tops still."